Hello, everybody. I am Christmas K Swope, and we are in the second Monday of K Swope's 25 Days of Christmas, a watch along that we're doing. Today, we're talking about none other than Disney's A Christmas Carol. This is going to be an interesting one to talk about. For one, I'm not a big Disney fan, okay? Now, what's happening is there's a lot of Disney on here because I have so much nostalgia for a lot of this, so I'm going to let this one slide. But regardless of the fact that the version I picked of this story is the Disney's A Christmas Carol, it is a phenomenal story, okay? Christmas Carol, it's always great. It's probably, if I were to guess, the second most popular and culturally impactful Christmas story behind, Jesus, the manger, all that good stuff, the virgin birth, all those incredible miracles. It's probably the second most iconic story around Christmas other than the birth of Jesus. And I feel like I can say that confidently because this story gets told throughout media and time in so many different ways. It's been reinterpreted so many times. You have like Scrooge. You've got this film here, Robert Zemeckis playing with a lot of, motion capture CGI in its more earlier days, if you will. And then you got one of my favorites right here, put it off my bookshelf, Batman Noel, which is a Batman kind of adaptation Elseworld story where he kind of goes through a story arc similar to Ebenezer Scrooge. He's visited by three ghosts, if you will, three figures who remind him of his past, present, and future, and it kind of helps him on a rough Christmas Eve become a better Batman, if you will, more heroic Batman. And so that's a really fun story, but again, without A Christmas Carol, this would not have happened. Now, I did mention that I intentionally chose the Disney's A Christmas Carol for a reason. That reason being that this film came out when I was like 9, I think it was 2009 if I'm not mistaken. And so it was interesting because, for one, the uncanny valley of the way it was animated is kind of strange, and I'll admit that it's not the most appealing looking all the time. However, this is the film that really introduced me to this story of A Christmas Carol, and it's probably one of the best ways to consume it, to watch it. It's under 2 hours, which I think is really, really nice. And also, you got Jim Carrey as Ebenezer Scrooge. That's great. You got Gary Oldman's in this as well. There's a lot of really big names. Carrie Elrose is in it. Okay, that's cool to see. But either way, a lot of really big names are attached to this. I mentioned Robert Zemeckis. He's the one who directed it, the Back to the Future guy. So that's pretty cool. But I feel like if you want to take in this story and you want to take it in at just its root, what's the gist of the story, what's it trying to tell, what are the highlights, this is a really, really great way to do it. And again, there have been many other versions of it out there. There was an original movie made. A lot of people really love The Muppets Christmas Carol. I've seen it like once. I think it's a little too lighthearted for my personal preference, but that's why I like this one, because it's still, child appropriate, still, PG, but also, is very true to the story, I think, and what's at the heart of the story, and not trying to make it extra funny or anything like that. It's just kind of telling the story the way it is in the most creative way they can possibly think of without jumping the shark and making it completely unrecognizable. And so for that, I appreciate it. It does everything that I need an adaptation of A Christmas Carol to do for me, and so for that, I'm grateful for it, and so I really, really appreciate that. But hey, let me know what you guys think. I, of course, love the movie, but that is what we have for you guys today. Thank you guys all for joining me. Don't forget, Jesus is the reason for the season, and he loves you. Never forget that. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm K Swope, and I will see you in the next one.